Hey guys, we have our tumbler going and we're going to change it. It's been running coarse grit for the last week, 80 grit, so we're going to empty it out and check the rocks and see if we're going to put it back in for another 80 grit run for another week.
Pry the lid off. Ooh, yeah. I'll go in. Okay, let's see how they're doing here. Well, we've got these holes and cracks in them, some of them like this, and those are never going to come out. Some of these have little cracks and stuff in them, but little divots that will come out. So all in all, they're looking pretty good. I think I'll go through this a little more carefully and pull out the ones that look like they don't need to go back in for another week. Okay. All right, so we'll catch you again on this in 1 week when we pull these out of the tumbler again. Okay, here's the insides. Let's go ahead and dump this out. Rainy day today. Rainy day yesterday too. All right. Here's what we got in here. All kinds of different ones. We got agates, jaspers, chrysoprase, so these guys were not polished very well last week. Just wanted to get everything on the same level. I had a bunch that were some were further advanced, some were further behind, so I just started them all off in the same playing field here. Got rhodonite. That's beautiful stuff. Let's go ahead and pull the basket out. Yep, I'm using the classifiers for prospecting for rocks. Works good. Okay, I'm gonna take these inside the shed and see what we got going on here. We're gonna start looking at some of these here and see if, here's one I wanted to get out. This is calcite, and I didn't want to put it in there, but it seemed like it pre-polished pretty well. I've got a few others I'll stick in there, but it's a pretty soft stone, and I didn't want it in here with all these 7 hardness because the calcite's pretty soft material. So I'm just going to go through these rocks and see if they've got any big pits or cracks, something that's going to take the tumbler forever to get out, and I'll bring you back here in a minute. Morning, guys. We're going to pull out a drum of rocks. Been tumbling here for a week. Come on, guy. Keep going. There it goes. Okay. We're going to go take this out. Check it. And see if it's ready to go to the next stage or if we need to keep it in the rough grit again. Let's check and see what we got going on. I put this in about a week ago, and some of these rocks had already been polished, but I wanted to put a better polish on them. I'll be right back. And let's see if these are ready to advance to the 120, 220 grit stage. Nice slurry in there. Oh yeah. Nice slurry. Okay. And we'll check these for, see how the little imperfections are wearing down. If we need to, we'll put these back in for another week. So these are ones that I took down to the Gem and Mineral Club and worked on the wheels down there to speed along the tumbling process by eliminating, I ground out a lot of the little imperfections, just so that at the end of the polishing I don't end up with a rock that's about the size of a pea. So we have some clear quartz in here. This looks like it's ready to go to the next stage. Looks pretty good. Of course, these rocks again are wet, and we got petrified wood in there. This is agatized wood, and it looks like a heart. Got rose quartz. Nice piece that's ready to go to the next stage. Some jasper. That's real pretty. I remember working this one down there. Here's the problem with this jasper, is it gets these little cracks in here, and they kind of open up. And the more you work on it, the more the cracks come. So I could work on this and take this end off here because it's got a pretty deep crack. Could just cut that off. I'll probably do that. Take this down there tomorrow to work on down there at the rock club. But a lot of these others are really good. They're ready to go to the 120, 220 grit stage. Pretty jasper there. Got a few little pinholes in there. And the pinholes hold grit when they go from stage to stage, so it can ruin your complete batch if you don't get it completely clean. I might take that down there and grind that. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go through these and sort out the ones that are ready to advance to stage 2 and those that are going to go back in the rotary tumbler for another week. So that's where we stand now. Tumbler, and it's going to come out today, but so if you notice that the rocks aren't moving real quickly, so one of the things on these Lot-O tumblers when they come from the factory, the adjustment is wrong from the factory. You can see this where the one black line is there. I'm going to move this dowel to over here and it'll increase the vibration rate and the flow through this tumbler. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Okay guys, so this is after I made the adjustment. I moved this dowel. It was back here and I moved it so it's about 1.5 centimeters further forward. And look at the action now in this. Before, these rocks were hardly moving. So I learned this from Michigan Rocks. He found out this was a problem with his, and so he figured it out. He had an old Lot-O tumbler and he measured it, and he took those measurements to the new one that he got and made the change and was able to get this good flow of rocks movement in there. That's what we were looking for, so very awesome. Okay guys, we are checking our rocks after 2 days. They've been running in the Lot-O tumbler with 220 grit, and we're going to I guess it helped to show it. I'm just holding the camera. This is our rocks right here. So now we're going to get these cleaned up and we're going to burnish these through the, put them back in, get them cleaned up, and then we're going to run them for about 1/2 hour to clean any other grit off that might be still stuck on there. Pretty good. Got it all out. And there's our rocks that were in there. And we're going to send them through the, we'll get these ready for pre-polish and put 500 grit in here. Nice selection here. Got some pink quartz, got citrine, rhodonite, this is serpentine, got some amethyst in here, got some just cool looking rocks that are polishing nice. Got some pretty ones in here. Some banded agate. we'll go ahead and get this ready to go for the next grit. Bring you back. Alrighty guys, these have been cleaning up here for 15-20 minutes or so, and we're going to go ahead and shut the power off and check these out. Okay guys, I just got these through the burnishing for about an hour. Just washing them all off again before we start the pre-polish stage on it. Looking pretty good. I don't have my tripod. I guess I should have had it set up here. So these are cleaned and ready and smooth, ready for the pre-polish stage. You can see they're already looking pretty good. That was wet. Let's see what it looks like dry. That's better. Now it's not so shiny. It's all buff now, which is good. That's what we wanted. Nice buff matte finish. This is rhodonite. Nice and smooth, ready for polish. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. Alrighty guys, today is Friday the 23rd. And we are ready to check the rocks. These are due to come out. Let's see how they're doing. Looking pretty good, a little dry, but not bad. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit of Dawn in there. Pour a little bit of water, slow the action down. You see how it kind of slowed that down. And we're going to let these sit for probably 15 minutes or so, then we'll come back, empty them out, see what we got. You can take a look. Escapee. So this was a pre-polish of 600 grit aluminum oxide. So we'll be able to get a little peek here at what they look like with polish. They're going to be pretty shiny right now. This is a piece of citrine. Oh yeah, that's lovely. That's with 600 grit. And you can see it's pretty dang shiny. Pretty nice. And here's another piece of citrine. Right there. Got a pretty nice shine on it already. That's completely dry.
And these will be probably kicked up another notch or two at the end of the next polish. And this is a piece of snowflake obsidian. Pretty cool. So the next, the polish stage is going to be, oh, I think it's about 8,000 grit. So it's pretty intense. Here's a piece of rose quartz. This is a 600 grit pre-polish. So these are going to be even shinier when they come out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put these all back in the barrel, and then we're going to burnish these, meaning that we're just going to essentially do a little wash before we put the fine polish on them, because we want to make sure that all the grit and the 600 grit polish, pre-polish, is off. Because even just a little bit of the coarser grit can ruin the entire batch. And so what we do by burnishing it for an hour is, it's just like cleaning them up. And then these will be coming out on Christmas Day of the final polish. And that's going to be pretty cool to see. So this is where the gemstones come, guys, that go in your gem and mineral bags that you have bought. This is where they come from. Empty this water out here. Like so. Just like that. Everybody's back in. And we're going to take this back inside and get these burnishing. So we'll bring you in now. Okay, back on the tumbler. There you go. And we are going to put a tablespoon of borax. Let them go now. A little bit of borax. Clean these up in a little bit of water. And we're going to let them sit there for about an hour, and we'll come back. And then we'll start the final polish stage. Okay guys, we're going to check the tumbler. This has been burnishing for about an hour. We're going to go empty it out. And then we're going to start the rocks in the polish process. Let's take you out and show you the extra grit that we got out of this here. Let's bring you outside. Okay. See if you guys can see any of the dark water that'll come off here. And there's a little bit. This just ensures that we get the best polish we can. Wash these all off really well.
These guys are ready to go in the polish. Give them a little squirt down. All right, we'll go get the other barrel. We'll be right back. Okay, we've got our polished barrel. Go ahead and fill this with water. This is just so when we drop the rocks in, it cushions the fall so they don't break. We're going to get this loaded up. And then this will be ready to come out Christmas Day. Yeah, it's quite a process to tumble rocks. You know, nature does it over millions of years, and we accelerate that over a period of months. Get all these in there. And these will be nice and pretty. They look pretty good right now. And the coyotes are out. Coyotes are really bad. It's actually an open hunting season on coyotes. They just go unchecked so much. Okay, got it all out. Okay guys, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna empty this water out like this. Drop the stone there. Okay, there you go. Let's go back inside and get these going. We got them all ready. Bring you inside. Okay guys, we're back inside. We're going to put the barrel back on the tumbler and get her going. There we go. And we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of borax. It's used as a media to move the polish around. Then we're going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of 8000 grit polish. So the water that's on these rocks that remains is generally enough to complete the process. We will be checking this every 8 to 12 hours for any additional moist water that we have to add. So when these come out on Sunday, these will be even shinier than they were today. So there they are, guys. You've seen them go through a few processes. This is the 4th stage. They're moving around and they're pretty good. We're going to go ahead and close it up. And I'm going to put a rubber band just in case the lid decides to pop off with the rock hitting it. I don't think that'll happen, but we'll just do that because we don't want the lid popping off for any reason and drying out. So we wouldn't want to ruin the polish process. So that's it. We'll check back Christmas Day. Merry Christmas all. Alrighty guys, today is Christmas Day and our rocks are ready to come out of the tumbler. We're going to go ahead and take a quick look and then we're going to shut it down. There they are. Everything looks good. Go ahead and get this shut down. Go. And we're going to take them outside, get them washed down. Alright guys, we're going to empty these out and then we're going to put them back in the tumbler to burnish for about an hour. And essentially all we're doing is when we burnish them, we're going to be running some soap and just to make sure that we get all the polish off them. And it also helps the kick it up a little bit too, the polish effect. They're looking pretty nice. So here's that piece of rose quartz that was in there that we put in there 2 days ago. And that thing is dry, but you can, I don't know if you can see or not, but that's got a pretty beautiful finish on it. Very nice. Okay, I'll load these back into the barrel. Put them back through the burnish for another hour, and then we are done with this group. Yay! On to the next one. But there's a crystal clear, looks like an ice cube. I don't know if you can see that, guys. That's a piece of clear quartz. Some really pretty stones in here. It's a nice, warm, beautiful day today, Christmas Day in the Southwest desert. It's 70 today. Very nice. We're supposed to have some big weather changes though next week. Had a lot of rain that's supposed to be coming our way. We'll see if it gets here or not. Where did that one little guy go that just jumped out? There he is. So I save all these little tiny
pieces of rock because I put those in my pay dirt bags for the Gem and Minerals. So when somebody orders a Gem and Mineral pay dirt bag, I put these in there, but I also provide a separate bag of bigger gems and minerals. These little ones that I put in are just kind of like a little extra. Okay, let's get the rest in here. I got a bee buzzing around me here. Wonder if Rich is close by. I wonder if A3 is here. Maybe his bees are. Okay. And we don't put any grit in this last stage, guys. We're just going to put a little bit of borax, and that's going to be it. Okay. And we're going to empty out all our water here. And we're going to put a tablespoon of borax and let this run for an hour. And we're going to come back out and empty it again and dry the stones, and these are done. Alrighty. Okay, all back in the barrel, ready to go. So let's go back inside now. Okay, guys. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of borax in. This is just going to clean the rocks a little bit more. Oops. I missed it there. A wee bit of water. And close this up again. And come back in about a half hour to an hour. And these will be ready to see the final product. Alrighty guys, it's been about a half an hour. We're going to shut the tumbler down and we're going to go back out and rinse them out. It's done with the burnishing stage. Get them out. So they've gone through the burnishing stage now. Rinse them off now and take them inside and check them out. That just helps clean any little pits out that's in the rocks or cracks that might have had polish. These are ready to go inspect and see how they look, guys. Alrighty. Meet you back inside. Okay, guys. I'm gonna pour all these out. Yes, this is my classifier I use for prospecting. It's getting double duty. That's quite an assortment of rocks there. See some pretty nice shines on these. Of course, these are still wet, but they're going to dry and they're going to look pretty much the same. Okay guys, here's our finished products all dried up. Beautiful piece of citrine. Look at the shine on that. There's kind of a crystal clear citrine. Really pretty. And we've got our big ice cube citrine. Look at that. Very nice. Pretty piece of rhodonite. Beautiful finish on it. Beautiful agate here. Some white crystal. Pretty. It's a real pretty piece of amethyst. This could almost be faceted. Now there's a little fracture inside it. Just beautiful. Some appreciated jasper. Some snowflake obsidian. Piece of dendritic agate. Pretty piece of agate. Nice selection of rocks here. That's what was in that tumbler. Some of these have been in there for, oh goodness, 6 weeks. And when you include the time in the rotary tumbler. The rotary tumbler does the rough grind, and then the finish is done in the vibratory tumbler, the Lot-O-Tumbler. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions or comments, just leave them, and I'll see what I can do to get you back an answer. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you soon on the next one. God bless you guys.